I'm going to show you two stretches that are going to focus on the hip and glutes, but many of you may find it's going to relax and help your lower back. I have found that to be the case. One of the stretches is from a program and a man. His name is Joe Hippensteel, and his website is ultimatehumanperformance.com. If you want more stuff, more stretches, and so forth, definitely go check out his programs. This stretch here I'm going to show you is called lie leg over, because we're going to be lying down and we're going to bring our leg over. And you're going to see it. It's familiar to some of the stretches that you know of. Okay, this is a static stretch. Let's say I'm going to stretch my left glute and left hip. Lying on your back, if you can do this. And by the way, make sure you get approval. If you have a joint replacement, a terrible disc or whatever, there are contraindications. Check with your doctor, therapist, chiropractor, whoever you're working with, okay? So you're lying flat. I'm going to bring this foot over the opposite leg. Now, many of you are more flexible than I am. This is as far as I can go. My opposite arm is out at 90. I'm going to use this arm to just create a little bit of weight to create a stretch. So I'm getting a stretch on my left hip, left glutes. Here is the key with Hippensteel's recommendations and his program. It's 2 minutes. That's a long time. So you're going to be hanging out here for 2 minutes. And I recommend you set your phone or a watch or something like that to actually get that 2 minutes in. Should you do this first thing in the morning? Some of you might be okay with that, and some of you might need to warm up. A good idea would be do Dr. Fuller's spine warm-ups first, and then get into this if it's going to be part of your morning program. So do the other ones first, and then you're going to hold this for 2 minutes, okay? So I'm not going to do the full 2 minutes here, because that would be boring, but make sure you do it at home. Hippensteel's recommendation is after you do that, you come out of it slowly, which you're going to find you'll want to, most of you, and then he'll have you lie flat to let that take hold for a minute. So you lie here for a minute. Then we're going to go do the other side. So we're going to do the other side now. Now I'm going to be stretching my right hip and glute, okay? Coming over like this. This arm's out at 90. I'm going to come over like this, and there we go. If there's any discomfort, ease off. If there's still discomfort, stop, okay? If you go too aggressive in the stretch in the beginning, you might find 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute later, you're going to have to ease off a little bit. And again, some of you are going to be able to put your knee on the ground and so forth and be much more flexible than I. Just start wherever you are. Some of you might be stiffer and barely just getting your foot over, and maybe even just reaching your leg will be where you start. Here's where I am right now. So lying leg over, you can do 1 repetition each side. Great little stretch, okay? 2 minutes, 2 minutes per. And what it's done for me is really relaxed my lower back as the glute muscles get stretched. And you can see we're putting a rotational stretch into the lumbar spine and the lower back as well. So I've added this to my routine, and it's been great. Second stretch I want to show you is just a regular glute stretch, which I've shown you before. It's very similar to this one, okay? So we'll be sitting up like so, and it's the same thing. If you can do this, you're going to bring, let's say I'm going to stretch that right side so you can see it. 1 foot over the opposite leg. If you can do that, some of you, if you're really stiff, you might need to keep the foot inside. I'm going to go outside. And again, many of you are more flexible than this, so I'm going to just pull my knee across my body at an angle like this until I get a nice comfortable stretch in the glute, right side. Keep the spine up tall like so. Same thing, 2 minutes. You don't have to do them both if you don't want to. Maybe you want to do this one here, okay? I like them both, but keep this for a good long time. When you're done, come out of it slowly, and this is what the other side looks like. Foot over. Again, angle across like this. You'll find that angle. I'm just bringing the knee across my body. Spine stays up nice and tall here. 2 minutes. Now some of you, if you're into yoga and you're more flexible, you'll see people taking their elbow, putting it on the leg, twisting in the counter rotation in the other direction and so forth. I can't quite get there. So I'm just doing it like this to show you the glute stretch. And again, I have found with myself and many people with chronic low back stuff is loosening up those glute muscles and getting the hips moving really helps the lower back. Give it a try. I'm Dr. Scott Fuller.